Good evening. Well, some of the stars of London's comedy scene already turning up here tonight for the 4th annual London Comedy Film Festival. It's been happening in the capital for the last few years and brings together people from all over the world. In fact, it's the UK's only independent international comedy film festival, would you believe? Now, tonight, as you mentioned, the film getting its UK premiere is Lost in Karistan, and I've been catching up with the star of that film, Ripper Street's Matthew Macfadyen.
Yeah, I think it's a great thing. I think it's a wonderful thing. I'm sort of wary about... I mean, I do... It's odd for actors because you flip between serious stuff and comedic stuff, and I think people have a tendency to want to put you in a box and say, well, he or she can only be, sort of play heavy, serious parts or only light things. And sometimes there's a sort of snobbishness about comedy, which is undeserved. I think comedy's really hard to get right. It's really, really difficult to get right. On stage and on film, so it's a great thing.
Talking of which, do you find it a particularly challenging genre to work in? Because obviously, as I've mentioned, you work across the breadth of very serious things to quite funny things like this. Is it difficult?
Yeah, yes and no. But if the script is good and the director's good and you're working with lovely people, then it's great. It's just a hoot. The hardest thing is not... I've got a terrible giggling problem. I get the giggles really badly, so I have to sort of... It gets worse and worse as I get older as well, so I have to sort of keep that in check.
Did you get the giggles whilst making this film?
I did, a couple of times, yeah, sort of irretrievably. I was sent off set once in another film. The producers came on and said, you have to leave now. Yeah, it's really chronic. It's not funny. I mean, it's really, really sort of time-wasting,
You were sent off set?
Yeah, I was asked to just leave and get myself together. Yeah, it's really pathetic.